You're in the back seat of the car during a very long ride, and I'm going to barf here too.
I'm going to poke my head out the window and have it be taken off via a sign.
I'd probably be active and ask questions. Except I'm 2.
Yeah, except you're 2.
You can ask the following questions. Are we there yet?
Oh, never mind.
I want, are we there yet? Why the hell isn't that a question? Isn't that what kids ask?
It didn't exist
thousands of times.
Every 2 seconds. Maybe,
probably where are we going?
Maybe that phrase didn't exist in the 80s.
Mom explains that the family is taking a trip to the mountains. She takes out a book that has pictures of mountains and animals. She points to one with stripes. She says, "What is this?" You answer,
"Dinner."
Horse. Tigger.
Oh, okay. I was like, huh?
Zebra.
Zebra.
How the fuck would I know? No, Mom points out, that's a tiger. Here's the...
Whatever. No, I don't even... I think the look that we gave each other was more funny than the entire fucking video. We just had the what? What?
You are still not completely familiar with using the toilet. At
You
2,
too!
Probably not.
How?
It is still quite fascinating to you. You have just finished and have cleaned yourself. At 2?
Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Did you get stuck in the bowl?
Probably content, I guess, since I'm amazing and know how to use the toilet by myself.
You couldn't even fucking reach it, probably. You're probably too short to reach the thing to flush. Probably.
No, you could reach it.
Depends on the toilet.
I'd be content, and I'd watch the toilet paper disappear into the toilet.
Are you sure you don't want to do that one?
No.
What? Bull crap.
What do you mean?
Oh, because you're not being playful or curious. Meh.
Whatever.
How? I can't... The cats do it all the time. They just roll the paper down, the toilet paper down.
Whoosh, you watch a long ribbon of paper spin and disappear into the bowl. And then it clogs, and then it...
And then I drown, because we try to fix ourselves and we get our heads stuck in it.
Yeah, I'd probably do it again. You pull out 30 feet of toilet paper off the roll and flush it. Yep. It fills up all the way to the top with water, then comes rushing out on the floor. As the water comes rushing out, Mom rushes in.
Look what I did, Mom! I
used the potty! You stand there looking at your mother with your index finger hooked into your bottom lip. The cutest routine doesn't work. You are sent directly to your room.
You're
sure, that's exactly what you want to do when you're toilet training a child.
Yeah. Oh, you fucked up now. You done fucked up. Get out. No more.
Today is Dad's birthday, and you would like to make him breakfast.
Can you poison Dad? Do you know where the liquid is?
I'm 2.
You're 2 years old.
I'd be extravagant.
You have to remember, this was made by a bunch of, from what I remember, and I could be wrong, it was made by a bunch of college professors. Keep in mind, those people tend to be fucking moronic a lot of the time.
I'd try to make eggs. And I'd make a big fucking mess, because I'm 2.
Yeah, you're 2.
What kind of eggs would you try? Eggs Benedict, of course. Because I'm amazing and I can cook. And I'm 2.
You mean like Benedict Arnold, or?
I'd probably make scrambled so you don't see the shells as much.
What? I maybe like how you'd scramble. You just pound on them with. You wouldn't even cook them.
You must think that young children can do a lot.
You're having them do a lot.
The best you can do is throw them raw into a pot and give them to Dad, which is exactly what you do. Why the fuck are you telling me what I'm doing? You're supposed to be asking me what I'm doing.
Yeah, idiot.
He's in bed sleeping. And at 2, I can get stuff out of the fridge, put it in a pot, put water on it, turn on the stove.
No, it says you throw them raw into the pot.
Right, because they're saying you can't crack them, is what they're saying. Let's go.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever. Yeah, this 2-year-old, they can't do this, and yet they're going to... Do you want to poison Dad or not?
No, just wake him up. Piss him off. How do you want to wake him up?
Smashing the pot over.
Jump on him. That's open his eye with the fingers. Hello? That's what you do. That's what kids do. I've had that done to me.
Now, would a kid even know how to... How does a kid... Do you think a 2-year-old know what an egg is?
Yes.
Do you think you wouldn't... yeah, if it ended up launching, you probably know what a pot is. The likelihood of it being able to get a pot. Very little.
No, Laura used to go play in the pots and pans all the time. Because pots and pans are normally in lower cabinets.
Okay. But to get an egg out of the fridge...
That would be a little bit more challenging.
Yeah.
Daddy wakes up making doggy noises. Snort, snort, grrr. You start to feed him the eggs. Wow. He runs into the bathroom to wash up. At least you think he wants to wash up.
Not vomit.
This is stupid.
I know.
I mean, what happened to the good shit?
I don't know.
Good shit. Lollipop?
What?
I don't know. I gotta do something.
I think it's whenever it starts they give you the good stuff, because the first part was great.
And this sucks.
And it got dumb.
The phone rings while Daddy is ironing a shirt. He must leave you
alone yet again.
With the iron. Of course.
At the age of 2.
Mm-hmm. I would be helpful.
You're gonna kill this fucking kid.
I'd help Daddy iron the shirt.
You're gonna die. You know you're gonna die.
I would help Daddy iron the shirt. I used to iron when I was little.
When you were
the iron is heavy and hard to manage. You try to push it across the shirt with 2 hands. Dad comes in just before you burn yourself and ruin his shirt.
He probably cares more about the shirt than you.
He's probably pissed off.
Really, that was
that it?
That was
he
really...
Doesn't even...
He doesn't try to iron you out?
Well, Dad's pretty nice, so he'd probably go, oh, how nice, thank you.
Never do it again.
Mom must get her teeth fixed. I envisioned her going and getting her teeth out of a jar. Mom must get her teeth fixed, and you must go with her to the dentist. Oh, hell no. You sit in the waiting room for a very, very long time. Mom must run out and put money in the parking meter. Mom sits you on the floor, gives you a magazine to leaf through, and tells you to behave.
Would a dentistry...
I'm 2.
Yeah, you're 2. Would a dentistry... that would never happen.
Most dentists have
a play area, right?
Yeah.
Even if it's not like a separate area, it's generally like a little side.
Yeah, a little play area, blah, 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 blah. No, except like with me, when I was little, I would sit for hours when my mom was doing something just because I was...
So that's why you're so good at training dogs. She trained you like a dog. Wonder if this works. Sit.
You guys knew how to sit on command before you knew anything else.
Mm-hmm. And we tended to not fight when you were around. You would fix that.
And you also knew what happened when I declared silence. No words were spoken. No noises were made.
Yeah, and then once you two were gone from the house, we'd try to murder each other.
Okay, select a mood. I would always be patient. I'd probably take my shoes off because I don't like wearing shoes.
Well, that's an inappropriate.
They're probably gonna. Yeah. This is stupid.
I know, it's so stupid. Fuck it, just remove your goddamn shoes.
Now you're feeling a bit more comfortable. A nosy lady spies you from the corner of her eye. What's she looking at? Your sock is crooked. Oh my god, your sock is crooked in public.
Oh my god, how dare you?
Then you bend over, pull your pants down, and give her a BA.
What?
Well, she's freaking looking at you.
Is that what you do? Somebody's looking at you?
Yeah.
I'm never going to the fucking town with you if you're good. So that's why they sent you to the emergency room. They went, what the fuck?
I'd remove the sock.
And throw it at her.
Funny thing about socks, the way they stretch all the way out before they snap off your feet, you decide to take both of them off. The lady looks at you again. Where's Mom?
Probably stuck outside. She's like, let me in.
Where's Mom normally?
Yeah, where is she normally?
Climb up on chair and look out the window. Probably climb up on the chair and look out the window.
And the lady's going to grab you.
Mom is on her way back in. She sees you with no socks and shoes on and feels embarrassed.
Why would that be embarrassing? Oh my god, if somebody was
nosy lady gives her a full report. Oh my god, where the hell do you live?
I mean, if this was Japan, I could maybe see that because it's Japan.
Yep. You give her your worst face and get whacked on your bottom lightly by your mom, who secretly approves of what you did. When you leave, you buy a big ice cream to make up for feeling guilty about paddling you on the rear.
Oh, yeah, there's a P. It looked like an R to me.
You have just passed through
finished.
Infancy.
Thank
a brief
God.
look at your life up to this time shows the following. Your family life has been positive and nurturing.
Minus
by who?
Yeah,
minus Mom.
and minus the poison.
And as a result, you have begun to form the critical bonds that are important during this phase of life.
They're never around you.
Where you are alone. You are alone.
You're alone. They end up leaving you.
You are alone. You get paddled. Physically, you have been not a very healthy baby.
No. I have my stomach and intestines have been burned. No shit.
Socially, during this phase in life, nothing much is really expected of you.
But
After
they expected
all,
so much.
You're still too young to throw a successful cocktail party, and frankly, anyone who still dribbles on herself probably wouldn't make the ideal dinner guest. I was looking for the word most.
And yet, but at the same time, you were yelled at for vomiting at a dinner
somebody's table. Yeah. However, by now, there are some things you should have mastered. Your progress in this area shows you have been the type of child that Mom could trust in department stores. Woo-hoo.
At the age of 3.
Trust to continue. You're not exactly the type of child that could be trusted to keep out of mommy's closets and drawers.
It's not the baby's fault. Parents need to fucking do that.
Yeah, I did find the dildo the other day, Mom. Mommy, what's this?
Don't let Dad know.
That's Mommy's friend.
So that's the furry man.
Ew. Ew. Okay, your thoughtfulness characteristic really doesn't count for much in this phase of life. Most children often find themselves at the mercy of their whims and impulses.
That's true.
You're allowed to be cranky now. People will tolerate it much better than when you are a teenager. Then your whining and carrying on will seem more objectionable.
I didn't whine that much, okay? I was not a whiner at a teenage.
No.
Laura was much more of it. Oh,
Yeah, she wasn't a whiner.
Mm.
She was a yeller.
Well, it was the same thing in my book.
Go. One thing that your character has
a tendency to put
people off with your aggressiveness. You are the type of baby who likes to pull on loose pieces of clothing, hair, and any bulbous, fleshy objects that come within your reach. Okay, Dad. You are going to have to learn the meaning of make nice. Just saying.
Really?
Well, what do you think of when they say bulbous, fleshy objects?
What do you think? I'm not even going to comment.
Next.
I'm not sure. Jesus Christ. You're worse than me.
That wraps up your status for the very first years of life. I hope you like yourself. If not, you can always try to improve in the years to come. There's plenty of time.